Hey guys, it's Austin the Doctor, and this is a review. I'm going to go over the little... We didn't have much happen in the sense of dialogue or anything, but this, to say the least, this episode was really, in my opinion, notice how I say my opinion, bad. And I don't know what they're thinking. Honestly, it's just... I'm disappointed. And first things first, I'm just going to say... It's funny how Naomi's supposed to be in a weird coma, but notice how they don't even touch her. So there you go. Next episode, she's not important. Of course she's not alive. There you go. So shut that up already. But let's get to the really big main issue. But, well, more or less, let's get through the beginning. In the beginning, we see them all take off without 02, and I'm just thinking, yes, I get she'd be a danger on the battlefield, but... why would you forget the main reason you're there? And I get, well, it makes sense towards the end, but the amount of disappointment in this episode's high. And I enjoyed the beginning where the rest of Squad 13's just flying around, getting used to space. I found that hilarious, and Hero could not pilot in space for a little while, so he ricocheted all up over the ships. But to say the least, just the middle and the end just really turns this entire series upside down. Story-wise, it's not... how do I put it? It's not paradox bad. It's more of what the heck are they thinking? And I can't begin to say or tell you the disappointment. And the only silver lining is that Goro's new voice actor is amazing. I actually like him. And I thought he was going to be a very weird off. He's a little more... he sounds more mature, to say the least. And I kind of like that. And I don't want to say this because I have a lot of respect. I kind of like him better. And it's just... I don't know what they're thinking with going on to the next part. 9 Alpha died, obviously, and he got Hero just into Apus, or Apath, whatever you want to call it. And he literally self-destructed the Franxx to blow up the giant freaking Verm mecha thing. And he died, and we see, the leaders of Verm come out of nowhere, give a little speech. And it's just... when that started, it just started to go all downhill. And I know I kind of skipped it around, but let's talk about Nana and Hachi. They're kind of talking about the kids. And... Nana is now getting into this whole mood of being kind of like a protective mother or a caretaker that she originally was, especially with Hachi. And Hachi and Nana had to get off the ship because the ship got destroyed. And thankfully, none of the main cast actually died, but we see this is kind of a fitting end for the 9. They died by the hands of Verm. And I'm very satisfied with that. That was the only silver lining. And to continue with the craziness, this isn't the crazy part, but 02 was there on Earth for the sole reason to have Mitsuru and Kokoru basically figure out that they actually love each other. They pull their reins out and they're like, oh my god, it's been this whole entire time. Yes, my god. And I know people are going to get irritated. Oh, why are you not talking about the dialogue this time? Because there's a major issue, and I want to discuss this. And overall, this episode... I hope they can redeem themselves. I really do, because I'm beyond angry about what they're doing. And it's their story, yes, but this is Metal Gear Solid level of craziness, to say the least. So let's continue on. Hero gets into the cockpit to pilot with 02's soul, and 02 on Earth stands up, turns into this stone, and people are like, "Oh, she's dead." And I don't know if she's dead or alive. I hope she's alive, but I'll talk to you about the theories at the end, then go on a little rant after. So, we see 02 literally form her, opie, her face on Apath, and at this point I'm just like, what? And we had a nice little thing of, a cutscene with Hero and her with the storybook, and as I said, the storybook is fate. And it was 02's upbringing, and you can't use it as a theory anymore. And I've been telling you guys that multiple times, and people just don't listen. And I'm just with Zero Two being the face and the movement of Apath, I am thoroughly just confused of what they're going for. And I guess she's alive, she's kicking, and she's happy. And I just, oh god, let's continue. So we end off with a warp gate being formed, and Zero Two and Hero are going to go ahead without the rest of the squad. And to say the least, you don't need to read the subtitles just to be beyond confused. The subtitles are not going to help. And it's just going off the raw footage. I know I shouldn't be doing this. I don't want to watch the episode again. And it's not as bad as episode 14 story-wise, but this just... we can see the director is a Metal Gear fan, to say the least, and going to a warp gate to, fight off the rest of Verm. Just, man, that's all I gotta say. But going to theories, the only way they, honestly, in my opinion, they can redeem themselves with this entire series is they go finish Verm off, come back, and honestly, it doesn't look like we're having a second season. And we'll go with the negative part after the positive. The Zero Two and Hero defeat Verm, or push them back enough to retreat completely, and after that they go back to Earth. Zero Two returns to her stone body, or I don't know what the heck her body is. To say the least, there's many issues. But, or they could take the greedy route, which I don't see, and I don't hope. And when I say there's going to be a season 2, I'm not saying I want a season 2. I'm saying I fear a season 2. I fear a movie. And with this kind of writing at the end, I don't want a second season. And I love Darling the Franxx. I love all the episodes besides 14 and this one. And it's just, this episode was a kick to the face, or kick to the teeth. And the way I see them doing to continue a movie or a second season is we have Zero Two and Hero or Apath continue into the warp gate, and they fight off, they have to retreat, and they go back to Earth, and it's just, I hope we don't get a movie or a second season. And I know people are very pissed with me saying that, but it's just, with this episode, this is what I feared. They would kind of rush in, and they have going to my rant, they had the opportunity to talk about Nana and Hachi's actual past, and they didn't take it. They did talk a little about, the 9, but not enough, in my opinion. And it's just, it doesn't seem they're wrapping it up the way they should have. And to say the least, this ending, I hope, is going to be good next week. And it's disappointing, especially with seeing Zero Two turn into dust or stone, whatever it is. I don't know. Because this series is so far up its own, as Metal Gear was. And yes, I guess it's cool to have Zero Two in this giant thing, and she kind of looks like she's in this wedding dress. But I'm just so confused. And Hero, as I said, the only silver lining, which I didn't touch base in the review and cover, is Hero, his horns grew a little bit more, and it shows a lot more. And I guess it's ending with Zero Two and Hero, as he said, and just, to say the least, it isn't really what I expected, the direction they were going to go. That made the most sense. That's how I base my theories off of stuff, and to say the least, this ending, I don't think anyone could have predicted. It's just, yes, I guess it's sci-fi, but you have to have stuff based in actual, non-fiction, and this is one of the top 3 worst episodes, and I hope 24, as I said, will make everything better like they did with episode 15. I have faith, but I know people are like, oh, you're just ranting about stuff that doesn't make sense. No, I'm just very let down with the direction they wanted to go, or the director wanted to go. And yes, it's cool to have Mecha, and I'm just very disappointed with the Zero Two taking over Apath, because at the end of the day, I don't know what they're thinking. It's cool, yet it's stupid. That's the point I want to get across, and I know a lot of people are going to hate on me for saying that, but this time I'm going to take a stand and say this wasn't a great episode, and it doesn't seem they are prepared to end this series correctly, and it worries me because, as I said, I don't want a season 2. If we do get a season 2, I am beyond scared. If we get a movie, I'm beyond scared. And it's sad because this anime was really good in the beginning. Even with the slice of life, I enjoyed it, but I don't know what to say anymore, guys. It's just, I had hope, and this way I guess they could keep their merchandise going. I mean, I still like Zero Two as a character, but I'm just... the level of disappointment in this episode is just too real, and I know a lot of people are going to complain, you didn't cover it as much as usual. When you watch the episode, you'll see what was there to cover compared to the rest of the episodes, and that's probably how the last 2 are going to be. And I hope for the best for this series. I really hope they redeem themselves. I really, really do. But for now, this episode, in my book, was a major disappointment. What did you think of this episode? What did you think of Zero Two becoming Apath? And what do you think of where this series is going? I am curious, but anyways, guys, if you are new here, do consider subscribing, because I will love you forever, and I'm pretty close to 1,000 subs, and a whole lot if I actually reach that by some point. But yeah, share this video if you feel, comfortable sharing it with it. I'm not going to force you. Smash that like button, because, it tells me you enjoy my content, and if you do dislike it, I do understand it. If you do dislike it, do tell me why you don't agree. But yeah, just try to explain what you don't agree with, and we can talk it out in a civil manner that I hope we usually can. And I know a lot of people are going to get very angry with my review with this, but I still can't measure the amount of disappointment I had. And as I said, the only silver lining in this entire episode was the 9 getting what they deserved. And it's just, I hope for the series. I hope for the best. And as a fan of the series and a person that makes content, I hope. I just hope for the best. But anyways, guys, this is Austin the Doctor. I hope you have a wonderful day. We have GGO coming out. I might do the review. I might do an island review because it's starting tomorrow later at some point, because I have stuff to do on Sundays usually. So yeah, expect that. I will see you guys later. This is Austin Doctor signing out. Peace.